Gigi. Thank you for all you do. I've been watching you since about 2013. Yeah, wow. And I'm so thankful for all of your help. What advice do you have for people who are opening their psychic channels but still have major blockages with their heart space? I feel like my absorption of spiritual knowledge is happening faster mentally than it is emotionally. I have fears that my discernment will be tainted if I can't properly feel the info. Yeah, so it's interesting because as we develop psychically, the head and the heart kind of merge. And I was talking about this I kind of hinted at this in a little video that I made yesterday called The Blood and the etherization of the blood, which represents the joining of the head and the heart. And so as you move forward, our head and our heart actually merge into kind of more of a heart-based intelligence, a warm intelligence. Okay. So I just wanted to mention that because I know that we can often feel a very different relationship between our head and our heart. But sometimes what's going on is actually our heart intelligence is taking over, if that makes sense. So the heart space it's really interesting with the development. Psychic development is directly connected to personal development and personal healing. So this is always why people don't have spiritual experiences or don't have psychic experiences and don't believe in them and become major skeptics of them and stuff like that, is because they're not objective. It's actually a very subjective thing. Fundamentally, it's through you. And so we usually will have breaks in development when we need to personally develop. That's usually how it goes. And the more we personally develop, the more we heal our trauma, the more we face our fears, the more psychically powerful we become. So the heart space can take time to heal. And we often it can kind of freeze, or we can harden it in ways to protect ourselves or defend ourselves. But we really have to be patient with it and let it kind of melt and let it kind of open. And we have to understand that even if we don't have like incredible cities opening up, like incredible abilities opening up, the biggest gift of all in this life is to be able to sit with God in your heart. Doesn't really matter if you can see the future like Nostradamus, or if you can, hear a spirit tell you hello. It's not really, when we cross over, that's not even really the point. The whole point of psychic development is to be able to sit with God in your heart, with love in your heart, to feel love in your body, to feel peace in your body. That is the whole point of psychic development, actually. Because only when we allow those holy emotions to permeate our being do we begin to feel beyond ourselves truly and in a meaningful way. So this is definitely a psychic development school. This is about mysticism. This is about understanding the psychic world. That's what we do here. But the results, in the sense of being able to communicate with a ghost or see the future, that's not really what we're after. We're really after a union with God within ourselves. We're really after a union with our Christ consciousness. Once we begin to prioritize that, everything else comes. We begin to radiate our true self, and everything miraculous flows in our life. So we have to put that first. And only when that comes first does everything else come, because that is the ultimate preparation. The ultimate preparation for higher abilities is to notice Christ within you. Because our Christ consciousness is the literal power of our expansion. It's the literal mechanism of our expansion. It gives us everything in life, everything that is progressive, everything that is evolutionary, including the regaining of our gifts. So we have to prioritize that first. And again, part of it is also being like, the most amazing thing I can do today is sit with Christ consciousness in my heart. I don't care if I get a vision of the future. I don't care if I get information. The most important thing is that I sit with Christ consciousness in my heart. And that actually is what creates the holy state. Okay, we have to keep coming back to that and make that our default, and then everything begins to flow. But that involves being okay with that's all you do today. And honestly, there's a great relief in that. There's a great relief in that. Take off the pressure. You know, our spirit is always communicating with us in all different ways. We just usually think it's our own idea. It's always happening anyway. So take the pressure off and just focus on noticing Christ consciousness in your heart. And you will be drawn to certain activities, certain changes in your life, certain inspirations that will put you on the track of your development, okay?